Hey loves, it's your girl Coco Natural, and I wanted to share with you guys an event that I attended. It was Design Essentials Naturals, and they teamed up at Spelman College to host a panel discussion. And I really enjoyed it. They had several different natural hair media personalities that attended the event and gave their different opinions of natural hair. And I thought it was really great, and I hope you enjoy it. Take a look.
Not enough images. Not my mom always would let me do whatever I wanted to my hair. That was she. It's fine. So I shaved my hair off. Like I know it's called a big chop now, but I shaved my hair off in high school. And my dad's like, "Why would you let her do that?" But I just kind of felt like I'd never seen anyone do this. So I want to try that, and I put a little blonde patch, and then I made it blonde. But I was just more or less always wanting to find a way, I guess, to feel beautiful in ways that my hair would never look like the styles that I would try. I would try it, and I just couldn't feel good about it. So I'm like, I'll just do my own thing.
Now on the radio, and also it crosses over into TV. We're gonna stick that over there for a second. But when I was young, it was a combination of what you said with the R&B singers, but then also, I'm really telling my age, my goodness, but I'm gonna go there. Marilyn McCoo, Solid Gold, remember that?
Yes.
But also mixed in a little bit, remember the country singer Crystal Gale? Like she was a white chick, but Diana Ross had that big hair. She used to take it and kind of move it in. So that's what I kind of remember. And I don't want to delve into too much and keep it going because mine was kind of crossed up to my identity. But in the beginning, that's what I remember when I remember hair.
But I'm not. Both my parents are African American, so I kind of understood kind of how the girls that were the light-skinned girls, how they were kind of somewhat demonized or looked upon as being one to be white. But there are light-skinned people that are not actually biracial, that are fully African American like everyone else. So that's something that always resonated with me with that film. But I wish we could get past that. That's something I wish we could just see each other as individuals and not as hair textures or skin tones. But we have a ways to go. So
I wasn't getting any crushes. I'm not crushing on me. My parents passing me no notes, in class or nothing like that. You didn't get a check box? Like, it ain't not applicable. I'm just saying. So when I moved to Atlanta and I went to Southwest DeKalb, right. So and I I came up in Massachusetts, and like the one white guy that was in our school passed me a note that first day. You know how crushed I felt that there were so many black boys in that school and nobody hollered at me because I had no behind. I had no boobs. I had nothing. But being in, I don't know if everybody looking on saying that. For the world, but going to a black school and getting the criticisms. My mother, being very dark-skinned, but always proud, and who grew up in an era when dark-skin was not popular, she was like, girl, please, get over it, dry the tears up, suck it up, you are beautiful, so she kept pushing, and then my inner confidence, came out to where you looked at me and you couldn't say something negative about me, so it just came from the inside out where people didn't, attack me, if you will. And then going to a HBCU, working state. I got accused then of something happening. I was trying to holler and I was feeling good about myself.
The criticisms on natural hair are always kind of weird to me because, for one, saying that natural hair is not for everyone is like saying black skin is not for everyone.
Right.
It's growing out of your head. It is your hair. So, you can have your style preference, that's fine, but you should never tell someone that, oh my God, you know what? Having dark cocoa, people are having a hard time mixing, not everyone, a lot of people get it, but some people are having a problem mixing natural hair and hot fashion, in which natural hair is incredibly high fashion, it's very stylish, it is very editorial, it is textured hair. Looks amazing in spreads. I mean, it's gorgeous. You don't need a fan to blow it back. You can pin it up and do something amazing, and it's like, oh my God. So I think that is an issue that a couple of people are having because they can't see past the typical styles that people wear, the European styles that people wear, and it's weird to me because Viola Davis she was so snatched at the Oscars, it was like not even funny, she looked gorgeous, and she even said that she never felt better than that, moment, and that was inspired by her husband, who said, yo, just take the wigs and the weaves off. And those wigs and weaves weren't looking too good on her during the award season, if we'll be honest. And she's a beautiful woman, and she looked great with that. But I think that is the issue, is that some people are having a hard time with it being from 2 comments on one prominent blog. That is what happened. There were not thousands of people that were talking about Gabby Douglas. It came from 2 comments. And if you notice, most of the chatter were about people who were angry about other people they thought were saying things. But they were invisible people that people made up because it spread like wildfire. And I tell people all the time, when people put out very negative stories, don't continue to spread it, because all you're doing is just adding fuel to the fire. Don't comment. Your silence is more powerful than you making a comment about how angry you are. I tell you the same thing with reality TV. You hate the show, you don't want to watch the show, don't tweet or Facebook about it. Because you're adding to it, and you're giving them exactly what they want. Don't watch it and then tweet about how you hate it. You have to be silent so that they don't get the numbers that they need to be popular.
Those views go up, your subscribers go up, you look like a mess. It's sad. It's the same like you said with media, YouTube, anything. Put some mess out and you will grow like wildfire. Like, what's that dude, not Paris Hilton, the boy. Perez Hilton was crying and apologizing on Oprah for saying all that bad stuff, but he got his paper first by talking all that negative stuff on his blog.
Because we look. Because when somebody said that they would, because we look, because we're interested. So it's the thing about it is you say, how can we change it? It's like, it's lazy. It's easier to talk about somebody else than work on yourself, because if you are talking about someone or spending time with them, it's because there's something wrong with you. So why not do the work on you instead of projecting on others? And if you, like I said, every time you click, or just click, look at the nastiest comment, and then go click on that person's picture, and it's just like, I love Jesus. Every time we always talk about, I love Jesus. It is like, do you?
You feel that in the mainstream media feels as if that we
here, which is probably why I've been trained to wear my hair straight. So I straighten my hair out all the time, simply because I've been trained or conditioned, so to speak, to wear my hair straight. I do believe that in some instances, you can definitely wear your natural hair, but it depends on the style, and it's a hard truth to swallow. I do believe that there are organizations that will accept your natural texture in a textured style, depending on how it is. If it's pulled back in a nice bun, they probably won't have too many comments about it. If it's out in a twist out, you're probably going to get some comments about that. So it's really to be conscious of where you are and understanding it. I've heard many of individuals, I probably would have done the same thing, that I would, if I'm going on an interview, straighten my hair out and then rock my curls.
Once I got that different job.
I mean, it's just the
we have time for one more brief comment. I'm sorry, we have to kind of keep comments up.
It's your reality if you decide to make it your reality. It's like I had an internship at Unilever. I did global marketing for Calvin Klein with like orange braids. I had dyed my hair and braided it. And it's like, if you are really good, if your resume sings, and if you are effective the bottom line, if you're bringing in green, your hair doesn't matter. It doesn't. Like, it doesn't.
I do think it depends. I mean, it really does depend. I'm very fortunate to work in an environment where nobody cares. And I mean, I work in media. If I were a corporate attorney, that might be something different. But I work in media. I wore braids for a decade. Before that, I wore a couple of French braids. I really do believe that if you're good at your job, people will not focus.
Beyond good, you're the best.
Well, you're the best.
You're the best, and you are bringing that money.
That is very true. I must disagree, only because I've worked in both environments. I sit before you now, I work on radio and TV, and I work for myself. I'm my image, I'm a talent, I can do whatever I want to. But my degree is in mechanical engineering, and when I was working at Alcoa in Indiana with white men, and I had to wear a hard hat and steel-toe shoes, they weren't trying to hear about my blue hair or my psychedelic hairstyles. Also, I was a pharmaceutical rep, where I had to go and talk to physicians about buying a drug. They're not trying to hear what my fashion sense or style is. As a matter of fact, one may not. Do I go interview somewhere else and work somewhere else? Of course. But if I want this corporate job and those are their standards and they want you to be a certain way and appearance has something to do with it, because some managers don't even want you to wear pants. They want you to wear skirts, but that's the company policy. And when they want you to be on the straight and narrow, sometimes they want you to be that safe. I'm being 100. That safe African American person. Unfortunately, sometimes the way we look does not represent what they think. They're the ones uncomfortable, not us. But initially, when you say get the interview and then get the job, some jobs they're not gonna. In the interview, if they don't relate, they don't even hear what you're saying.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've had this conversation with a bunch of people, and I mean, nappy is actually a technical term. It just refers to sheep's hair. It's like, it just means soft and kinky. So, I mean, it's a real term. It's not something that we've made up. Now, we've added a, negative connotation to it that people are like, we call my hair nappy, or everybody's hair is nappy when really it's not, and you have totally different types of textures. I personally don't think that it should be eliminated. I think people need to change their perception on what it means to have nappy hair. I mean, nappy hair is beautiful. It twists well. It holds amazing style. You can and some funky stuff with it. So that's my take on it. I think that it's only negative if you make it a negative part of your identity.